Welcome to another Nature's Glory Cabin Off-Road Edition. We're back in the Backcountry Byway. We're doing old Fincastle again this time. If anybody's interested, on the Facebook page, Nature's Glory Cabin, I usually post when we're going to be up in the area. Here's the map and how we followed it. Starting at 11, getting on Hell Creek, which is a shortcut over to Fincastle. And here is the Backcountry Byway map. Shows the high water hazard. We're out on Highway 11 here. We're going to make a left here on 3 Mile Branch Road. Then we're going to make a quick left on Old Highway 11, and then we're going to make a right on Holly Road. A few little turns to get here. We're going to use the shortcut through Hell Creek. I'm not going to show a lot of that because I've done many of those. So we're just going to show you how to get there. Here's Hell Creek entrance off Tip Top Road. See the sign for Backcountry Byway. There won't be a lot of this in here. Where he's gone. Here we are. We're getting off now on Shoemaker Ridge Road. Now we're going to show you how we get to Fincastle from here. You don't have to go this way, but where we were at made it easier to do this than to go the long way to get there. So after we go a little bit on Shoemaker Road, we're going to make a right onto Old Fincastle Road. And if you notice, it's a pretty decent road for a while. And we get back a little ways and we start hitting gravel and the trail starts. I've done some Old Fincastle before, so I'm going to cut a lot out of this. I'm going to show you the rocks here at the entrance, pretty close to the entrance. There are some pretty good rocks here to traverse as we get down through here. Different group today. Some of these you've seen before, others you haven't. This is the last video of day 2, 5/12/23. Nature's Glory Cabin's available when we're not using it. It's on the Frenchburg side overlooking the Indian Creek Gorge. Go check it out. Facebook page, YouTube channel, has a website too. And here we go across some pretty decent rocks. This trail is, you're going to need at least 33s, a little bit of clearance, pretty good rocks. You need to pick your way through some of these. Some of these folks have 35s. I'm on 33s, like I've said before. The place or two I do use my locker. I don't use it often, but I have it, why not use it? Limited slip in the rear, which in this light Jeep pretty much acts like a locker. And then Eaton E-locker up front. And here we're getting ready to cross the deep water hazard. It's been pretty dry, so it's not near as deep as it can be. It's probably 12 to 15 inches. We're going to show some camcorder video here in a minute. You can kind of see how it is on people's tires as they come through the water. There's one muddy blue going through. And you can see it's, I don't know, 12 to 15 inches deep on the 33 in its deepest spot. I have seen this much deeper. I've had people tell me they've had it up over their hoods at certain times, so it can be a lot deeper depending on the weather. Again, it's been pretty dry lately. I'll switch back here. There we go. See people coming through, and here I come through now. He's going to zoom a little bit here and see how a little deeper there at the beginning, about halfway up the tire, and then it just gets a little bit shallower the further across you get. A vehicle behind me, that FJ has 35s on it, and I don't remember what the guy bringing up the rear has on his. So we're going to climb a hill here and up toward the rock garden. This hill can be slick. It's a little bit damp now, but it can be worse. Get a little off camber going through here. Pick your way through. You could drag if you don't have enough clearance. These changing conditions, I can't express it enough that these things can change from 1 month to the next. I've seen it happen. Especially the mud and the water. The rocks are pretty much the same. They don't move much. Occasionally people will pile some rocks up to make it easier for them to get over an obstacle, but that's about it. So we're climbing up to the rock garden on Old Fincastle now. This is not a real long trail, but everybody usually takes their time because they stop and everybody kind of spots over the rock obstacles. We'll see those again when we get here. If you haven't done this, it is kind of fun to do. I wouldn't do it alone. You don't want to get back here and break something and not be able to get out. So here's where we usually stop. Everybody lines up. Again, this is another pre-ride day. Let's listen to a little GMRS.
Alright, just a second. Whoa. Go ahead and start coming forward. Coming forward. Alright, go ahead and start turning into it. Turn into it. Turn into it. Take it nice and easy. Nice and easy. Come up. You're going to come up basically. Turn. Start it a little bit. Perfect. You're going to come up a foot and you're going to stop. Stop. You know what? Straighten out completely. Keep your touch straight. Alright, right there. You can drive it.
Spot me through this.
Like that?
Spot me through this.
Okay, you look at this?
Yep.
Go. On the wall. You're on the wall. You're good then. You're good then. That's a good line. No, you said, oh, I don't think you're going to be able to climb up. No. Stop. Can you back up? Yeah. That's it.
I'm too far wrong.
This left front wheel here, you can see I was trying to ride this rock ledge right up against that rock face, and it's not very forgiving. I haven't been able to ride it yet. That's something I try to do every time I go up here, and I get to a certain point and it just slips right off, just like that right there. So I'm not going to give up. I'm going to try different strategy, maybe air down a little more. I had the locker on. I may turn it off the next time. Just trying to figure out how to do it. May or may not be successful. We're going to climb this rock that everybody climbs. Then I'm going to switch back to the regular view. And some more GMRS.
You're getting hung up on your rear end. Easy. Then go right there. All right, turn for passenger. There you go. You can just drive that. You drive that. You're good then. Drive it.
Hey, good.
Try to get up as close as we can to the other Jeep.
All right, now we're going to show some camcorder video of most of the folks. We got some, and it shows them coming across in various states. The longer wheelbase have a little more trouble with this rock. Sometimes they turtle on it and catch up on the rock sliders. You'll see this guy do that. I don't think we caught the tail end of that, how he ended up going through it. You'll notice to the left of him there's a bunch of rocks piled up next to that big rock. Most people go off camber and straddle that rock, especially with the longer wheelbases. All right, next up. And if you'll notice, this one's going to come and put its driver's side wheels to the left of the rock and put the right side up on the rock. And that's the way a lot of people come up it. Now we've got the FJ here, FJ Boken. And he's going to climb. Watch him skid, and it hit his rock sliders there as he came across it. Now it's starting to rain. I think we're all done and we're going to be heading out. There are a few rocks here on the way out. We're not done with the rocks yet. There's still several more. Pretty rocky down in here. Pick your way through it. Make sure you don't hit a diff on it or something like that. Don't want to tear anything up if you don't have to. Don't forget the rules of the trail. Make sure you keep the vehicle in front of you in sight and the one behind you in sight. If you don't have radio, use your horn. Hopefully your horn works. We had a good, nice, dry day all day, and then it starts to rain. We're about out of here now. Let's listen to a little more GMRS for a second.
Copy. We got about 200 yards more before we hit the pavement, guys. So just stay in low range for now, and we're gonna go to pull over up here and put into two-wheel.
And we're heading on up and out.
On the way back, if anybody hears like rattling or their vehicle's not functioning properly or something's weird or feels loose, let me know and we'll pull over and diagnose it and stuff. We got enough knowledge and tools here to fix it, almost anything. So
Hope everybody enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.